Hi, it's Christy, and it's a beautiful sunny day here in North Carolina. And I haven't done one of these videos yet for this year. This is my messy area from where I dumped some of my tomato waste over last fall. And they didn't put any pine needles out this year back here. They did everywhere else, but we got some native weeds, and I don't know, I cannot think of what this is called right now, but it has a nice dark pollen. So if you see the bees with little red pollen sacs, they're getting it from this nettle. That's what it is. And then I see a volunteer tomato down here, and over here there's another volunteer tomato, and over in the corner there's a few more. So my tomato waste is growing. But the buckets, I left them out all winter. Some of them have some weeds, and it is a total mess back here. But this little guy here has some flowers, and I got this at a plant swap last year. And it's supposed to have purple flowers, but I actually have some white ones in there too. But they're very cute. Oh, and look. A lizard friend. Little anole. I love these guys. I don't know how many I have out here, but I keep seeing them. Do you have a tail? This one has a tail. So it's not the one that I saw yesterday. He's just chilling like a villain. And that was an old pepper plant. He's probably eating some critters. And peppers, peppers, peppers. All old peppers. This is another one of those flowering viney things. We still have carrots, which I planted last summer, late summer. So, they really could be pulled up at any time. I've just left them in there because they stay better in the ground than if I were to pick them and stick them in my fridge. So, and up here is some new Russian kale that I got at the Noda's Farmers Market, and those came from 100 Gardens, which is a nonprofit here in Charlotte. You should check it out. It's awesome. I've taken aquaponics classes with them as well. And then over here, some scarlet kale that is coming back. I planted this last fall, and it died off in the winter almost completely, but now it's starting to come back. And some regular kale. I forget the name of it. Down here we have miner's lettuce, which made it all the way through winter. And all these were planted in fall, except for that new Russian kale. And then down here, we got some spinach coming back from last fall, and then a couple of just green leaf lettuce. Again, I got those at the Noda Farmers Market from 100 Gardens. And then over here, got some Egyptian walking onions. In this one that I pulled up, ate the bulb, and then planted the end back that had the roots, and they are growing back. And then all of these containers are winter sowing. So if you want more information about that, let me know. There's a great group on Facebook that does that, and there's videos on YouTube. These are more Egyptian walking onions. And then back there, that empty looking one, is the Jerusalem artichoke, if you remember that from last year. This little guy here that's starting to grow is a tree that I got at the Carolina, or the Charlotte Home and Garden Expo. And this tree company was giving away trees. Some kind of flowering tree. I forget what it's called, but it's going to be a fun one to try. There's Miss Lisi, pretty girl. Yeah. And then over here, my strawberries, pretty much, these guys never went away. They were green all winter, and they'd kind of die off and come back. I got this tropical plant, and I always forget what that's called. And then up here, we have marigold and all this lovely pollen up here. But some marigolds, some did well and some didn't do so well. I actually went out of town the week that I planted them. Forgot that it wasn't a good idea. And then here is some more Egyptian walking onions. They're actually starting to get their bulbs in there. And these, you could eat the greens or you could eat the bulbs, either that come up on top or they're in the ground. And one of my favorites, lemon balm. And then some empty tomatoes from last year. We'll put more tomatoes in there this year. I actually planted some of the seeds in this one to see if they do anything, but I haven't been watering it or anything. So that is the garden update. So it needs a lot of work and cleanup. And the next update might be after we move, because we actually got 5-acre property. So the apartment garden is gonna be no more. We'll have a nice big area. I might keep some things in containers because building a garden is going to take some time, but keep watching for those updates. Say hello to my carpenter bee friend hovering around there.